1902, Honorable Patrick Komazu, Commander Foley, A. Mulba, Commander Howard, and a host of almost all of the leaders of the LDA. And we're here basically in Zolotan area as the LDA cracks down on drug, as this place is said to be one of the most notorious spots of Loki Town. Keep following One TV as we move you straightly into the happening places here. This is in the Loki area, one of the most notorious spots. One of the most notorious spots. So yes, this is Zolotan area with the leadership LDA, where they are cracking down on drug here. This is said to be the most notorious part of Loki Town, and this is a major hideout for drug peddlers and drug users, and the leadership of the LDA is here. And so keep following West Point TV as we bring you all of the happenings here in Loki Town, specifically Zulu Town. This is a major area here where drug is said to be a major drug places. And LDA is going to ensure that this entire place that is said to be infested with drugs. So keep following West Point TV as we're moving straightly into the major happening area here in Zulu Town with the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency under the dynamic leadership and supervision of Deputy Director Patrick Komazu and a team of LDA officers. Keep watching, keep following. Okay. And so as you can see, this is where young Liberians will come. This entire spot have been raided now by the LDA. Look at all of the happenings here, and thanks to the leadership of the LDA, as they are ensuring that folks have the opportunity to go back to their parents and leave the streets. And so as you can see, this is the entire area. Okay. What happened to the guy on the floor? Why? And so these are folks here in Zolotan area, and basically the LDA asking them to return to their homes. This is where you see them.
They will beat you. They will beat you. Nobody drive your home. You are uneducated man.
Yeah. What happened to the man?
This man is seeing drugs. One is small, one dying at least.
And so,
and these are the rest. And now we are running, going here and there. You fall already now correct. You fall down correct. Nowhere but you no go. We told you can the people that I don't bring you, I don't bring you. But the person must stay carrying what we're carrying.
So he been smoking drugs.
He been smoking. Wow. And still smoking.
And so this is Zolotan area, one of the places in Loki Town that is said to be the most infested area with drug, and the LDA is here in their full splendor, trying to ensure that young Liberians have the opportunity to go back to their parents' home. As you can see, many of the folks standing here. I don't know. So this is the entire place. This is what it looks like, and this is where young people will be sleeping. People who have left their family homes. This entire place is said to be their major hard. Apparently, they got the information before the LDA could reach. And so this is what it looks like. This is where your kids, your family members have been sleeping here in Zolotan area. And that's some of the commanders here of the LDA, Commander Foley Mulba. Come on, man. I was saying. They say he smoked and he stuck. And so as you can see, Look at the place. Look at what it looks like here. Yes, sir. This is what it looks like here. This is where your family members have been residing for a huge length of time. And the LDA is clear that they're going to break down all of these structures. They're going to ensure that they clamp down on drugs. They're going to ensure that children or young folks have the opportunity to go back to their parents' place and leave the street. Why it's true that many of them argue that they have not been, the space for them to be able to get absorbed in the society. But again, it is a general governmental issue. It's a general governmental issue, and the LDA is doing what they can do to ensure that. Where you got your clothes at? Wow. So if you're watching, please continue to share West Point TV live. The young lady says she has her clothes in the kettle. They give her permission to go for her clothes. So this is where they would normally sleep. Unfinished buildings. Yeah.
Zulutan,
Okay. Wow. So if you're watching, this is where your family members, your friends, your relatives will wear your clothes. So she's trying to get her personal belongings, her clothes. So these are her personal belongings, and she's taking them away since the LDA has said that there will be no more smoking of drug in this area, and they're going to ensure that this place is free of drug. This is Zolotan in Lokintown. It's said to be one of the most infested part of Lokintown. And this is a major hideout where many of the drug smugglers, drug users, when they cannot have access to major drug or ghettos in the city, they come here in Lokintown, in this part of the place, and this is where they are harbored. This is where they have a lot of them. That Ghana girl. So my sister is taking away her belongings. So yes, just continue to watch and follow West Point TV as we bring you all of the happenings here. We're moving throughout the nuclear cranium of Zulutan, where the LDA, as you can see, a lot of young folks standing here, many of whom are considered underprivileged Liberians. And so these are some of the ghettos that is being burned. These are places that you have people living, and you see the LDA is cycling everywhere to ensure that this place is free of drug and drug-related activities. I want to say bravo to you, LDA officer, most especially under the leadership of Director Patrick Komazu, Fitzgerald Biago, Honorable Fitzgerald Biago and his team of officers. Husband, how are you?
Alright.
What's your name?
They call me Patrick Rapport.
Patrick, where do you live?
I live Fugu.
Freeport. And what are you doing here?
Me and my friend Weggy. He sent me to one calling.
Where you're working?
Eh?
Where you're working?
Weggy we been in Maggie.
Behind which market?
Logita Maggie.
So you can normally come to find him?
Hmm?
And you can normally come to find him?
No, it may go tell the
Like your first time coming here?
to in the area. No, I can buy it.
You can pass it?
Yeah,
You can pass it every time?
Yeah.
You can pass it every time?
Yeah, I can buy it. So now
What kind of work you doing?
no contract worry wait.
Thank you. And so these are leaders of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency. And that is the Deputy Director for Operations there, Honorable Patrick Kumasu, is here giving direct instruction and asks that every door be searched. And so we here, once we have the green light to go into these places, we'll go there to be able to carry on the search and know whether or not things have been found here. So if you're watching, this is Zulu Town. If you're watching, this is Zulu Town.
Okay, go there. But yeah, all in all, like other they say when they show.
And so, yes, we are in a full glare of the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency, men who have sworn to ensure that the future of Liberia is protected. And the session now, they're beginning to search everywhere. Please continue to watch West Point TV. Continue to share this live as we here in Zolotan area. This place is considered one of the most notorious hideouts for drug and drug-related activities in Montserrat County. And the full leadership of the LGA is here working to ensure.
Let the men come out. Let the women go and search because that person is naked. Let the person wear clothes. Let them wear clothes.
They come up small. Where do excuse me? They are back on the system. Yeah, let them be here. Come on. Yeah, man, back off. Let them be here, bro. Yeah.
Okay, so as you follow the live, you hear the instructions from the leadership of the LGA, ensuring that people's rights are protected, most especially females. They have their rights protected. The one close now?
Yeah.
Yes. And so this place is being searched by the female LGA officer.
Mommy, what about me? I found. That is all Mama Ndoman told me about myself. I never knew anybody to call either mother or father.
Baby.
What a touching story. Where is Mama Nduma?
She died the same night she told me my story.
So, how come did you
My child, you will make a journey tomorrow to Oroma community. As you go, watch out for a man and his wife, their only son, working in the farm. When the call you, ignore them. Unless they call you 3 times, then on the 3rd call, answer them. They will ask you to work for them.
So from all indication, this place is clear. And this is the other room here with the LDA officers being searched in a full glare of the camera. The other place, Sinclair. Okay. And so all of the areas that have been searched are clear. Nothing seems to be there. But again, the entire community looks infested. Not just infested, but the LDA is fully informed about all of the happenings here in this community. Apparently, some of them have been tipped off. So this is a whole community. I think this is one of the first major operations since the new year, and the LDA is not going to take anything lightly. And so, in their effort to clamp down on drug, they're discouraging these kinds of areas, they're discouraging these kinds of hideout, these kinds of settlement. I think the LDA
Gentlemen, no cooking. Hold it there. Hold it there. Hold it there. I want to talk to y'all. I want to talk to y'all. Hold it there. I want to talk to y'all. Y'all hold it there. I want to talk to y'all. Okay, I say, hey, gentlemen, listen to me. Come on, honey. One yard, two. Listen to me, gentlemen, hey. Why you got running away? Can we talk to your small? You can't small.
I want to Yeah, them our community will suffer from the drug seller there. Our community will suffer. Especially the social yeah, the social yeah. When I go up in the market of say they royal say no way for somebody to pass. For that reason, every evening, when I come to work, that 40, even a year again, the people that need me, Mama G, because when I can't say in my yard, I can really be tormented.
But they can say what?
They can't say trust in my yard. I can be tormented. Right here, yesterday, and that's small sister war. Yesterday morning, and that's small sister war. Because my husband said, he said he was said that that's small sister war yesterday. For that reason, I want to tell right 11:30. Because I will not be safe for them to be fighting my husband. They are said that.
So what's the civil message you want to say to the Liberia Drug Enforcement Agency?
I want for them to really fight the every community my vigilante group for that reason.
What's having a DA station here?
Yes, it will be all right for me. For me, I will like that. And all the DA people, when they come, they really running behind the people. They can't run behind the people like that. They can't run behind the people like that. I need a consumer and all run behind them. Make sure let them leave the community. But it's that everyday business.
Does the community have a community leadership?
For our community, we get no leadership here. For our community.
Okay.
For now, we get community leadership.
So
but they're trying to put things together. Other men were trying to put things together for them to have meeting to see how best to handle the issue here. But other people go for the meeting, other people can't go for the meeting.
So it's fair that you get the numbers. It's fair that you get the numbers of the LDA so that you can be able to call them some of the times when
my husband get plenty numbers. My husband get it plenty.
So
he get it plenty. Even they looking at their person, we get a number. I didn't want to call yesterday to come to our rescue. Because of the
what's your name?
Sarah Blamo.
You feeling afraid that?
I'm not feeling afraid. I'm not feeling afraid. The people threatening me and my husband. Yesterday, I said yesterday, for our sister war. All of them, hold on, the sister, they for in the packet. They say they want to my husband. Yesterday.
So some of the dealers, some of the dealers, do they live here in the community?
I don't know the dealer. Only the plastic holder there, I know them.
So some of the plastic holders, do they live here in the community?
Yes.
So if you were to show the LTA, you show it to them.
If I see the plastic sign, I will show them.
Okay. I will come back to you. Yeah.
Thank you.
So I think there have been a major call here, and the team that we are following is in action. You listen to the lady; she goes by the alias Mama G, and she's very clear her disdain for drug, and she's prepared to work along with the LTA to ensure that the place is clear out. While it is true that nobody have been arrested already yet, nobody have been formed, but the entire community carry the semblance of a community that is totally infested with drug, as evident by the lady who have just been speaking to us, who was just speaking to us about the entire operations of the community. And so we're moving throughout every nook and cranny here of Zulu Town, Looking Town. Inside right store Zulu Town. So you listen to people standing by, mainly women who are expressing their dissatisfaction with drug in the area, and the LTA have got a lot of job to do. Maybe they've been taped and many of them have run away, but the community residents are all clear that this place is infested with drug and that the LTA will have to put its attention to Zulu Town Resto. The place is fast and we're moving. Keep watching Westman TV, keep sharing this content. Keep following it live, keep following it live. Together we can fight drug together. Keep following it live, keep sharing it live. This is Zulu Town, Looking Town, around the rest too. Okay. Anywhere specific sesh? Sesh anywhere? The sesh is not ready yet. Okay, so sesh, there will be sesh here. I think this entire area now is being barricaded. The folks have been arrested. We've not been able to speak to them yet to know whether they've been caught with drug, but I think the place is being barricaded already. The entire community. So we are
Freezing.
okay. So again, the security personnel and the act on information we do not know. They know.
Not time we feed Marlin and
Okay.
all of the nonsense, me. We take over. What is the video?
So we camera is here. You got listen to me, madam, ma'am. Everybody watching you. Listen to me. Listen to me. People watching you.
Money for you, enough for us.
If they take, they will not. I'm not sure they will take any money for you. People watching, all right. You see the full glare of the camera. I don't know why, but if your money business, listen to me now. Listen. Madam, they say you are a suspect, all right? Money not get suspicion. They want carry you, just give your money to somebody right in front of the camera, everybody know, all right? So that you can make position.
Let the money feel all. Let's go.
And so look at the place. It's about to get tense here. It's about to get tense here. It's getting 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 tense. This is Zolotan. It's getting tense. Oh, this is Blamotown. We've lived from Zolotan. We're in Blamotown. And tension is breathing. Tension is breathing. Tension is breathing already. Tension is breathing already. Tension is breathing already. Okay. Honorable Komasu himself is here already.
Let's go.
Okay, y'all feel it.
And so if you listen, we'll go after the LTA officers.
How are you? Who are you? You live here?
Where would a place? Where would a Yeah, well. So you're teaching us. How people going to work? I'm not here. Right? So what did you do? Okay, no problem. Y'all wanted to stay to your burial rooms, right? Yeah, because we already, of course, on drugs in our house. They are linked to all of the entire place. Is drug reflection. We got calls in the morning that the people here they are not living in peace. We agree they are bad people, but from what we sense is that the bad people here are more than the good people that live here. So we have to weed the bad guys out. So is it?
Hey everyone. My apology. I have to stop the video. We will continue this video tomorrow. It's interesting. So, this is what we got going on in Liberia, Monrovia, in the community. People are, living in fear, living with a lot of, bad guys that they call them, and some of the women too. They are actually doing stuff like this, so they have to show up. But I didn't know there was such place in Liberia. It's horrible, and they have to really rule these places, like go into these slum communities and do these things. And when I seen this video, like, where is this place, right? So I always knew video that I seen was West Point. By the way, hey everyone. Let me not jump the gun. Sorry about that. I didn't speak to you. That was very rude. How are you doing? Welcome. Share the show, please. Share the show. And I got excited about the video, so I just jumped into it and started talking. So yeah, we want to see our country free of drugs. I know it's not going to be 100%, but Liberia is small. Liberia is not somewhere that we know, drugs to be a part of such a bad thing like drugs. I always like to talk about my life growing up in Liberia when I was little. Maybe people would say, "Oh, you was young, so you didn't know any better. So you didn't you didn't know these things because you were very young." That could be true. But now every little kid's like me, that age, when I was that age, all of them know about drugs now. So I'm pretty sure if it was there that much, I would have known about it. But you didn't. I didn't even know what it was. What the word drugs meant when I was in Africa, till when I came to the US and started grew up before I know what the word drugs meant. I didn't even know it when I was in Africa, so it couldn't have been that bad. I'm pretty sure if it was that bad, I would have known about it. That's my whole point I'm trying to make. But it's not like it's going to be, 100%, but at least let it be unnoticeable like it was before. Because people future are going to waste. And we deal with it, poverty and everything else, but dealing with the drugs part of it too is very, very dangerous. So that's what we always, and when I see video like this, I want to share. Sharing is caring. Don't worry, John. Formula is coming. Formula will be here soon. So thank you guys for coming. Thank you for watching. Please share the show. Share it. And come back. Let's talk about the good, bad, and ugly about Liberia. I always like to talk about it good. A lot of good stuff is going on. And I'm excited to talk about that. While we also have a lot of, bad things, we'll also celebrate it good and talk about the bad ones too. So, Formula is late as usual. So he'll be here, everybody. I'm always the first one. Hey, Francis, how are you? I'm always the first one, right? I should get some kind of award for that. I know y'all give me some kind of award for that, but unfortunately, I gotta come be like, who's this? So first, guys, let's talk about the trip, right? While I'm waiting for the guys, let's talk about the trip to Addis Ababa. I have a video here of Mo Ali telling us a bit about it. Then we will go into depth to talk about it. Liberia is on the rise, y'all. We don't have to be swimming in millions of dollars before we know we are getting on track, right? We, at least when we see the little things that we didn't see happening before, we know that something, you know, like in America, we can say things are looking up, right? We seen it happening. We're gonna be, you know, grateful to God that we seen the little things like Liberia is being respected in the region, on the continent, and you know, back then we had videos of other people from other countries that Google or did a research on Liberia that know and found out that Liberia was one of the second to Ethiopia that helped a lot of African countries on the continent to get independence, and they were there with them, standing with them, fighting with them. So, and people are surprised all the time that they don't hear all of these things about Liberia, and why are they so quiet? You know, they did all of these things. They were the giants of Africa back then. Now they are the least of Africa, right? So when we see them trying to or get on that path again to take the lead, we're not there yet. Don't get too excited, but we are getting there, right? Then we get a little excited about it. So trip to Addis Ababa, I've seen a video. Guys, every time I try to play my video in queue, I lost it. So I have one from Mo Ali. I think he was on the show. Somebody sent me this, and I'm trying to play it so we can hear from him because I think he was on that trip from what he was saying. And then we will go from there and talk about it much more. But please share the show, please. Please do us a favor. Share the show. We are not coming here to do any more because we're talking about our country, Liberia. And y'all know everybody getting, what's the word again? Getting held in contempt, right? So we never did it. We're not going to do it now because we want for Chief Justice Wizard to come for us, right? So we should be excited about other things too. We shouldn't be just excited and want to watch the bad things all the time. We're talking about our country. Come on, you guys. Let's be excited and let's share the show and come. Hey, Mr. Morris, how are you? And
how are you, madam?
Happy weekdays. Whatever that is. We'll make up one. Happy weekdays. Happy Tuesday. Happy
Tuesday used to be late night connection where people look for women and men and stuff like that.
Oh, that was a radio show.
Yeah, there's a guy that I think in Minnesota and I used to call him Ralph Lauren. DC 101. Yeah.
Polo. I remember that dude. I was very young. I remember him.
Yeah, Polo. Ralph.
Right?
Yeah, that program actually promote him. You know.
I remember him.
Yeah, Tuesday.
I don't remember that name.
It used to be Tuesday night on DC 101. Yeah, that was a long time. Yeah.
I remember that name. I was little, but I can still remember that name. Mr. Ralph Lauren, Mr. Polo. Right?
Polo.
That's how they look at him.
Yeah, that's him right there.
Yeah, I remember. Let me so I was telling the people about playing this video about a trip to Addis Ababa, Ethiopia, with the president. Let me see if I can get a good screenplay here. Hopefully, I can do so when Mr. Mo Ali talks about it. Then we will go on and have our views. Give a Oh, so Mr. Polo is in Minnesota? Really?
Yeah, he's in Minnesota. Ralph.
No, I know he's an old man now.
No, I don't think so.
I'm an old lady now. I was young, I'm an old lady, so he gotta be an old man.
Yeah, you're right. You're right.
Oh my goodness. Let me see if I can make this thing any bigger.
For reasons. One, there was no proper representation. Two, we were owing so much.
Can you hear it?
Yeah, absolutely no voice.
I
We
didn't
were
know how
taken
to
from
spell
on
it.
the table for several reasons. One, there was no proper representation. Two, we were owing so much. Yeah, absolutely no voice. And you know, people will even mock them. These are professional people. They will mock them. Your country nowhere and all those kind of
Yeah,
stuff.
see that thing from class really level.
And leaders in the summit are now saying, Liberia is back. Liberia now has a foreign mission. Liberia now has a foreign minister. Because the experience that was there from what professional Liberians told us, when they go to this summit, they never sat down there.
What happened to my stuff?
Never.
Okay.
In fact, you see somebody who is from nowhere sitting in Liberia seat. So now, Posey used to get very dirty, the whole flare from there. And we go to other side events. Most of the people don't even know that Liberia, like this summit was about water and sanitation. People don't even know that Liberia even talk, speak at any of these events, water and sanitation. And so when I say, oh, I'm here from the water sector, the head of the water says, Liberia, yeah, oh, okay. So, you know, there is one Liberian there who did extremely well for us. He has been with the AU, the UN for over 10 years. The guy now is the procurement director for the entire AU. Everything that happens in AU, everywhere, he is the procurement director. And he did extremely well for me. He introduced me to many directors who have functions relating to water and sanitation. And he intends to follow up with them, even for other sectors. And that's how these people now feel very proud. They say, yeah, at least we can now say we are Liberians, and we feel very proud. Our president is respected, to the extent that yesterday morning, they organized a breakfast meeting to discuss the way forward for the UN, the new Secretary General election. Over 5 head of states attended that meeting, including the president of Ghana, the president of the Unity Government of Libya, the Somali president, and other vice presidents, foreign ministers. There are more than, I think there were about 20.
Let me try to upload this thing. It's kind of looking funny like this. God, I wanted to show the whole something. So Mars, let's hear from you first. Let's talk about what's on your mind. Why I try to do this and stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how long I'm gonna be here with you because I gotta catch the first money train.
So where?
Yeah, I gotta catch the first money train, but it's good to be here. What's on my mind? I don't know whether it's a topic, but I would like to talk briefly on the Fulani security stuff. If it is part of the topic, I will skip.
Topic.
All right, so I will go back to the Prophet Key issue. Look, I think when something happens, anytime something happens, is for all of us to learn. I think the Supreme Court decision against Prophet Key, it opens our mind, especially for us who are willing to learn. Yeah, because they are just people that are stuck. They're just stuck in their mind. they will say the person died. The person come out, they say, "Boy, I mean, yeah, not die." Say, "My man, I stand by my wall." So yeah, they got people like that. They just stuck in their yeah. They just stuck in their own mind. Whatever they think is, they just Look, I think I said this on the show a few days ago. Look, I mean, the law is sometimes just common sense. Sometimes I just common sense. There's nowhere in the world where somebody will just give you freedom and say, just go ahead, do anything you want to do. Do anything you want to do. That means the president will telling you can take knife and juke them. So it's just something that you just gotta process it to say no. And one, you ain't gotta be anybody. You don't have to be like how the people can say rocket scientists. Look, the code has the moral power to bring decency in the society. The Constitution gave the code that power. And I was saying on the show a few days ago, the code is the only institution that got the power to interpret, to say what is wrong and what is right. No other institution got that power in the country. Not even the executive, not even the lawmakers. So for somebody to say the court judgment is wrong, the court cannot no. The lawmakers make the legislation make the law. Even their own law they can interpret it. The Supreme Court has to interpret the law. It's just simple. And
well, does that mean they can be wrong because they interpret the law? Couldn't they interpret it the wrong way, or can it also go? Because we also know, I mean, we can say what we want to say about a perfect key situation, but we do know our country, the judicial system has a little glitches going on there. Fairness and bribery and corruption as well. I mean, they may not want people to say it, but it happens.
So that's why the court also to give it the power. If you think the court is corrupt, prove it. Yes, prove it. You can't prove it. But the point here is that the court is the highest decision. The court is the highest institution in the country that can decide what is wrong and what is right. Only the court got that power. The court is the one that tell you what is wrong and what is right. So, and for some, and the last time somebody was quoting Constitution, look, that's what I say. If you just hold one thing in the Constitution and just run with it, you might slip. And it's something I said, even though I didn't know. I said it within my own understanding of things. I said it. I just realized that somewhere in the Constitution, I think Article 5 gave the court the power to maintain the Liberian cultural value, decency, this and that. The court gave the Constitution gave the court that power. And what is Liberian value, cultural value? Marcos? You think Marcos our value? No. Marcos is not our value. So yeah, definitely. So when people making the argument the Kamara Abdullah Kamara, that's something only, and I said it, only for the media, that you can sit on the radio and criticize and say things. But the court, that law did not say just go sit on the radio and cause Marcos. Yeah, simple. Just simple logic. Yeah, common sense. So, but again, like I said, some people, they just talk in their lay mind. Whatever you go up, you come down, they just talk in their mind. They believe that you die. Even if you appear, you stay in front of them, they say, "Boy, I'm here. Is my man? I stand by my wall." So that's the society we find ourselves. But the court is the highest institution that say what is wrong and what is right. Yeah, no other person got that, no other institution got that power. And they have taken that decision, they have set that precedent that Marcos is not allowed in our society. No, it's not.
Absolutely. Well, I don't know if anyone is saying that is right. If they are, there's something wrong with them.
Oh yeah, there are people that say this right. It's a freedom. When somebody says freedom of speech, what do you mean?
That is not freedom of speech. They can argue about the whole process in the way it happened, I would give them a little, something to say. Yeah, maybe it's true. They to say, oh, they accuse her, begin the juror, they try it and all of that. Okay, I will give you that.
But that is not even true, Amy. Amy, I'm not even cutting you off. Sorry, but that is what I learned. What I learned from that whole thing. Like I said, we all learn every day. What I learned was that content charges. You don't have to. It's not like somebody suing you. It's different. When the court call you for contempt charges or they hold you for contempt charge, it's different from somebody suing you. It's different. In that case, there's no to say, oh, somebody is party to the case. It's different when somebody sue you. The chief justice did not sue Prophet Key. It was contempt charges. So there's no way the chief justice would have rescued himself because the case was not between he and Prophet Key. It was between the court and Prophet Key.
Yeah, so that's the whole argument that they're making, but I don't think if they sit there and talk about, oh, it's freedom of speech, you must not know freedom of speech. Who told you it is freedom of speech to be? They probably got it messed up. They don't know what freedom of speech is, which is, well, we talk a lot about the Prophet Key stuff. So let's talk about the trip, about President Bouakai going. I was trying to upload this thing here and going to Addis Ababa and having all of those, engagement and being the head of, the leaders over there discussing about the UN. I think the UN Secretary General, there's a campaign election coming up, and Africa is kind of, holding together. The continent is holding together, and they're discussing. And he had a meeting. Breakfast meeting where everybody on there discussing, what to do with Africa, right? I guess they want Africa to carry that seat.
Right.
That is a big deal. And he was the head of the table, like, sitting there as everybody sitting around, and I'm the daddy, right? Of that table. That's a big deal for your country. That's a big respect given to your, your country and all of that. And that's what we've seen. And the foreign minister has been shining too at that meeting and doing a lot of engagement and bilateral meetings. And I mean, it's just so breath of fresh air. Like when you see stuff like that, having the kind of respect that your country is gaining, your leaders are getting when they go out there, right?
Right.
And I know people want to know what that one will eat and something. So no, this is where your eating start from. If you don't have that respect for people that want to do business with you or respect you or want to do, you will not eat, right, Morris? So
right, exactly.
If you want to know if that's what you eat, like they always say, you're eating it comes from some of those things. For people to have respect for you, to trust you, to want to do business with you and trust you, to want to say, oh, we're trying to lobby for this, and we choosing you or your leader to be the head to run after that. What an honor, Murray. So, just talk about it if you have something to say about that.
I mean, the first thing, the reason why when you go anywhere, you want to tell people who you are, your experience, and the places you have worked, how far you have come, your experiences, is to build a bridge, and it's for the person that you're talking to have that kind of that kind of mutual respect for you, to know who they're talking with, right? Look, if you look at all the presidents, the presidents in Africa, if they look at President Bouakai, where he came from, the role he has played in his country, and where he came for the experience, definitely they will get respect for him. He aged everything coupled with his age, they will get respect for him.
Right.
That for sure. It's like that's why every country There are certain positions they put you there because of your networking, because of the experience, the international connection. Say, for instance, if they make you foreign minister is like you all over the place. You represented the country everywhere, you know, and nobody know you. You even know nobody. If you go to somebody's, if you go to somebody international conference, you just be like, woman, you don't know nobody. Nobody know you. You know. Yeah, so the foreign minister looking at who she is, and she has proved that she has connection. She have, you know. So you expect people to have respect for President Boakai because he experienced the age where he come from and the way he conduct himself, his leadership style. So and just by that, it will attract people to the country that this man is representing. The way the foreign minister have presented herself, it will attract people to know to it will attract the country people to the country where she coming from. So it's not, I mean, it would not be a surprise of the way people gravitating towards Liberia, the way the international connection, because the foreign minister and the president, the president will have and the foreign minister will have. So I mean, we for us, it's not a surprise to us to see, because look, some of these conferences, some of the international organizations, we were not even our name, not even so mentioned. We don't even know whether some of the thing even existing. We like, oh yeah, some of the conferences ago that LeBron vacant.
What President Boakai did here by having this breakfast meeting with all of the heads of states on the continent and was represented there, and that has not been done since President Turber or Tubman.
Right.
So since then, this was the first time.
Right.
To have that happen.
Because of the experience, and most of the international organizations, we owe them. And if you owe most of the international organizations, they will not respect you. You can't attend meeting, you can't pay your due. What voice do you have?
Yeah.
You'll be voiceless. They will not even count you. When they even talking about conference, they will not even send invitation. Because the first thing, you're not paying due, you can't attend meeting, you get no representation there, nothing, absolutely. They will not even consider you. You have a foreign minister who could not even travel. He could not even go anywhere. You have a president who, when he's traveling, he got a bunch of people behind him that are wearing cynical and so how you even expect people to respect you? Yeah. So I mean, it's not. We are not surprised the way President Boakai, like I always say, nobody. President Boakai will tell him, I can't see my picture. President Boakai will be talking to somebody standing on the side, telling Paku is strong. You can't do that to president. The first thing, looking at the person you're looking at, you can't go President Boakai on a trip. They dress recklessly. You will not. All these things, people take note how you present yourself, the dress code, the way you talk, the way you do, all those things. When Trump said you speak good English, the way the old man conducted himself, it was not just about speaking the good English, the way he conducted himself. So it comes a whole lot of experience, and so I mean, we're not surprised. Trust me, for us, we are not surprised.
Absolutely, it was a great trip, and I think, and like you said, his age got some of the continent, the respect for elders, and all of that all contribute to some of this stuff and the work they're doing and how responsible they are and things and the connections. So it's a big deal to be leading the effort to bring the UN Secretary General. I think that's the position, right? The head of the UN and Security Council. Is that the Secretary General?
The Non-Permanent Security Council.
No, and they also discuss about Africa having a permanent seat on the UN, and instead of a non-permanent seat. So those were all discussion held.
Yeah. That thing be part of it. They've been discussing that for years upon years.
Yes,
So,
they have, and something. Well, years upon years, it leadership matters, right? It
yeah.
depends.
I mean, we hope.
Well,
we hope
there's a lot
Africa
of
have a
things
speak.
there's a lot of things that other people something, but different leader, different approach to it, and that's what make it work or not. That's how it's something. So yeah, so it's a good thing to see that, and some of these travelers trips that people try to undermine, it hews some fruit, and I think what they're doing here is that Liberia is being put out there on the map and respected once again on the continent. So yeah, but Mars, let's talk about this whole famous. I think this was the talk of the week. Or what was this? Was it last week? Right, last week.
Yeah,
The
it was.
whole, Fulani, a security national something. Let's talk about it. But let's play this video first. And we will talk about it.
Goto min kala darora no hani darorde non ka wada assignment ɗon haray darano golle ɗen ko fi Allah ƴettirɗen nde golliren fi Allah haray goto bakitaki suuɗitaki salaki notade noddandu e téléphone muɗum haray si ɗum feƴƴi haray ɗen weltano hooreɓe men ɓen jongi e commandant training wonɗo ɗo on ɗo Mr. Abou ɗo e OPS ɓe ɓen ha hewta député ɓe ɓen ha hewta drato men on haray ɗen jarni ɓe fof weltaniɓe e tori Allah subhanahu wa taala yo Allah ɓeyda e gorgal e doole e tori Allah subhanahu wa taala yo Allah mo hokku e wonde makko ɓe e yurmede makko ɓe kalɗo e laaka haray ko feƴƴi ɗon haray tori Allah subhanahu wa taala yo Allah dolni larɓe men Allah hokku larɓe men e doole Allah hokku e wonde
Amen.
اللهم آتنا ولا تحرمنا وأكرمنا ولا تهنا وزدنا ولا تنقصنا وسلنا ولا تكانا وآسنا ولا
ɗo suka pullo kadi tawaɗo e laamu honorable Mohamed Sherif Diallo haray si a waɗi ɗum ɗon ɓe imminaki.
So Maurice. Let me go back in. Well, let's hear you in this whole security. What was that name said? National Food Security of Liberia?
I think National Fuller Security Council or something like that. I don't know. See,
I'm trying to find the name. Yeah. What do you think about this? And do you think people concerned are legit? Or let's hear it.
There are a whole lot of wrongs and rights in the whole thing. From my own perspective, the first thing, my understanding is that this group has been existing. It's not just today; they've been existing for years, and I'm not sure they've been carrying the name that they're carrying today. The Fuller Security Council or something, but the group itself has been existing, I think, for some time. Right now we're in the social media era. So if the government decides to be impulsive in their acting, is a problem. Because when you just take action based on the public outcry, then you become an impulsive government, and that's not our word. As a government, you take decisions based on how you see it. Yes, sometimes the public outcry is concerning, it draw attention, but as a government, you don't make decision based on public outcry. Yeah, when this thing came about, on social media in 1 or 2 days, I saw the long social media post that I refer to as an impulsive senator. He came on the social media. If the justice minister don't speak on this issue, we will invite him to the house. Speak on what issue? And the next day, the government came.
Is that
The
what
government,
Dylan said?
yeah, he posted it on his own post. He posted it, the justice minister must speak on the issue, or else he will be invited on the, to the Senate. The next day, the government.
I must have seen another post, but go ahead.
Huh?
I must have seen a different post, but go ahead. Maybe he had
Yeah.
multiples.
Yeah, social media. He posted on his page. I even had issue with that. So then the justice minister came, I think, the next day and spoke on this issue, and he just disbanded the group. The group is not legitimate. The group is not this. The group is not that. If I say immediately, the group should be disbanded and stuff like that. Look, the first thing, on what basis you want to disband a group? Because the first thing, we all have the right to form a group, to form a private security group. As a citizen, you have the right to form a private security group. What is the threat? What is the threat here? What is the threat? The first thing, they did not outline the threat about this whole private security group, because there are a lot of private security groups in the country. What is the threat? The government should outline the threat that this security group poses. He did not outline the threat. Just because he said they carry a group, a ethnic, private something, but that is not a threat. Has this group caused any havoc or violence or this and that? No. You did not outline that. So that's what I said. As a government, you don't be impulsive. I would have expected the justice minister to say, okay, this group, we're looking at this group, maybe invite a group for a conference. You have a conversation. Why is this group about? What is the name? What is it? What is the legitimacy? What is this? What is that? But for you to just come out and say outrightly, you disband the group, dissolve it, I don't support that. On the other part, I don't support any security group that will carry a name, a tribal name, like Fuller Group. I don't support that, because even though during the war, our wartime, we didn't fight a tribal war. No, it wasn't a tribal war. The Bassa people are not looking for the Pele people. Loma people are not looking for these people. These people, no. It was just a civil war. Probably 1 or 2 tribes were involved, but generally, we're not fighting tribal war. You know what I mean, right? To say this group looking for this,
It started as a tribal war.
Yeah, but what I'm trying to say is,
everybody else got messed up in the midst, but it was a tribal war.
Yeah, I wouldn't consider a tribal war. I would consider a civil war, because a tribal war is where every group fighting each other. The Bassa people fighting the Loma people fighting the Mende people, everybody looking for each other. Like Rwanda. Rwanda was a purely tribal group, because tribal
people and I think you and Mano were fighting the Crown people. And the Mandingo. And they started those people, and then they started involving other people in it. So it was a tribal war.
I just said a few tribal, because when the civil war started, let me just backtrack a little bit. When the civil war started, the understanding was that the rebel king, they believed that the crown door was a crown man. They decided to go after the crown man. Their belief was that the crown people and the Manungu people were together. So they started looking for the Manungu people and the crown people. The crown people and the Manungu people joined together. So I wouldn't consider a generally tribal war where the whole country, Bata was fighting Gio was fighting Pele was fighting this. How would it? Rwanda, you not even know yesterday or somebody here coming to war you Kotla. Just because of your tribe. You don't know the person that know you, they just coming towards you Kotla. So we were blessed, we did not experience that. Even though few tribes they were at each other, but generally, no, I wouldn't consider it a tribal war. So back to my issue. I don't support a name that tribal war, that fuller ethnic group, because the connotation, the interpretation will be wrong. Maybe somebody will take advantage and say, but we will form Paza Defense Force, Madingo Defense Force. So on that part, I don't agree with them. On the part of protecting mosques, you might say it is wrong. You might also say it is not wrong, because it been happening from time to time. It been happening when they having a Islamic clergy person come in the country. These people provide security, they control the crowd, they serve as crowd control. When people praying in the night, they'll be there making sure that the Zogos don't go and burglarize people, take people's shoes. They're there because our security force is not enough to cover all those things. So I think the government was not supposed to be impulsive. They're supposed to invite this group, say, look, we don't use the name, the fuller ethnic group, no. And besides that, you're not outrightly coming out to say you're protecting mosques, because the protection of mosques lies solely in the hands of the national security. Like somebody come and say, we form a group to protect church. No, the protection of church lies solely in the hands of the security. But at the same time, even when they're having crusade, sometimes some churches when they're having crusade, you have people there wearing the magnets, something just to control the crowd. It's happening. So, I mean,
you're putting really hard with this.
Huh?
No, go ahead. Let me let you land.
So for me, I really think the government was so impulsive. They just follow the crowd. Because if you start doing things just because
of government do, you keep saying it was impulsive. Impulsive with how?
Impulsive. This group has been existing. When I say impulsive, you don't just hear something on the social media, probably they just come, just run the decision right away. Why you disband the group? Like I said, I don't support the if that's the intent. I don't support the name to say they're providing the security, the group was to protect mosques and other places. I don't support that. Even though you can do that, but I don't support it. Secondly, I don't support the name, the fuller security group. I don't support that. But at the same time, too, you can't just come up and say you disband the group immediately. What is the threat? That's my argument here.
What part of the government something you talking about? Because
the justice minister
said that this group was actually claiming that they are a group that work along with the national police, and the justice minister knows about them, and the national police knows about them. So all they did was to tell them how they did not know anything about this group being a national something. It was nothing impulsive about that. They was trying to, the claim that was being made was the one that was trying to debunk or clarified. That is nothing impulsive about that. They even trying to, they said they were working alone. They were trying to call it leaders of this group, or I don't know what they call Fuda ambassador or whatever. That was my first time hearing something like that. They were trying to get in touch with that person for them to talk to. It was nowhere that they went rushing and going, raiding the group or doing it. No, the way you're making it seems like they went and just started going ahead and out of nowhere. No. And the other post that I saw was, they don't say that let's not rush into a judgment or conclusion. I was just looking for that post. That's what Dylan said. Dylan said there's a security group, private security, are allowed in the country, which the justice minister should give them the permit to do that. This is nothing like a private security that everybody's seeing and just started going off. There's no private security anywhere. You got a lot of people with private security firm in the country. that go doing watchmen to put something they're doing whatever. If you come out and say National Food Day, so you say you want to protect food people and Muslims and Muslim, that's what most of them said. They were contradicting each other. Other people are saying this for this, other people are saying this for that. If you are part of a country, you cannot have your own security system. You can have a community watch, which is allowed. But community watch shouldn't just be for food people or Muslim people. It should be for everybody in that community. And I think it's a legit concern, even though I know that you can't just join the conclusion. But when people are anxious when they see stuff like that, it's kind of like profiling. But then again, you can understand why, due to what is going on in the region. We in Nigeria at that the whole bigger picture. That's what everybody was referring to. How long for that people been in Liberia? When the last time you ever seen Liberian people going off on for that people saying, oh, this one, so and so. It's something that was seen. For people to downplay that, I don't understand it. And to turn it into, oh, for that people are citizen, for that, who talking about who's citizen and who's not citizen? The ones that are going in Nigeria that are foreign that ain't doing it. The war that we had, our foreign that came and brought it. So that was not anything about somebody being citizen. I, for one, here. I know it's for that people are not citizen, but I believe in birthright. I believe that someone lives somewhere, their family moved there. If they have kids there, they're born there. I believe those people are citizens. That's my belief, even though that's not what the Constitution said, but that's what we are hoping that the Constitution would change on stuff like that, because they said non-Negro descent. Fuda people are Negro descent. So why shouldn't they be citizens if they were born there? The ones who were born there, or if you have people doing naturalized citizen, why can't they be citizen? But I don't think that was the conversation, though. That was the discussion. No, it's because of what's going on in the region that will strike this attention, and where the private security thing that we have in Liberia, I don't think they are doing stuff like that. And then you come out, what you're doing is you're being like, you're kind of separating yourself. That's what that is. If you say you're having food out nationalism and you're protecting one of the Muslims and Muslim, that the tune to that doesn't sound right. It can be a community-wise vigilante. Everybody have that right to do that, to protection. So we know there are circles all over the place going about doing craziness. And I can imagine seeing people, a bunch of people's shoes and something pack up. I can imagine they would definitely take that and put it in their bag and go with it. Of course. People can be there to stop that. Nothing wrong with that. It's the output of what is being shown here is what got people nervous, and they have the reason to be nervous. All they have to do is explain it. But to come on social media and someone don't even sound like they are even saying they threatening, we are this one citizen and nobody can, like, what the hell? Speak to the issue. Who give a damn who you are? Like, what you're doing is what they're talking about, and what is that group is about. And I understand it. Okay, for somebody to say, and what I don't think they don't actually kind of trying to calm the tension. What I said, he didn't say anything bad. He said, "Do not rush into judgment." That's what he says. He said we're going to call the justice minister to the Senate to ask if they knew about this group, if they had a permit, which everybody living or citizen have the right to have a private security, which is true. You know.
I mean, do you know when I say the impulsiveness is when you just come out to disband the group? Do you know that the justice minister disbanded the group? He said immediate effect. There's impulsiveness. We just come and say you disband the group should be dissolved and immediate effect, this and that. That's the impulsiveness. You did not state the threat. Like I said, I don't agree with the nomenclature, the Fuller Security Council. That can be a discussion. Surveillance on the group, that can be a discussion. But to just come up to say the group should be dissolved right away, I don't agree to that. That's my argument.
Okay.
I don't agree to that. Yeah.
Darius, how you doing?
I'm doing good, and you?
I'm all right. Yeah, you met us talking about this situation. Let's hear what you
I was commenting and decided to come on. don't look at it this way. If I were the Justice Minister of Republic of Liberia, that entire group would be in central prison now.
Why?
I was the Justice Minister of Republic of Liberia. I don't know how my brother mother is talking about. Something he says security group, they are not registered to the country. The Justice Ministry don't know about them, the police don't know about them. They say why they disband them. It's illegal. They were operating illegally. Because the Justice Minister, they sort of go get them lesson, say they were operating illegally, and the man tried to disband them. You say, why they disband them? All of them sort of be in jail.
So why should they be in jail?
Because they were impersonating. They were not security. They were impersonating. Like impersonation is crime in Liberia.
So who were they impersonating? They didn't call themselves like
they're showing to people with baton at the security and they're not security personnel. Beating people. That's some of the explanation they gave. They there to correct people that can see all they want them to beat them about aiming. They have all the churches in Liberia. They don't have some of them get scoreboards. You get police people in America, when you housing program, you pay them per hour.
You got a security firm, you pay them, yeah?
Yeah, you pay them per hour. You don't just go collect one group of people, one group of tribe. They're not even good ethnic group in Liberia. You look at in the South region, look at in Sudan.
What does that mean now? Now let's be nice to the discussion.
Amy, it will look at the South region, Mali, Niger, Burkina Faso, Sudan, Nigeria, Chad. All those groups are causing problems for that people. That full of people. So then you can't liberate, then you can't wear security uniform, then say full of something. You can get no tribe behind it. They only speak full of. We know what they're taking them from Nigeria to bring there. You know what they're taking the internet to bring there. Majority of the full of people in Liberia, they're not Liberians. They were not born in Liberia. They came for business purpose. Most of the people that are in security, they can't even speak one English. Una Fula, like I see, they were directing them in Fula. They were training them in Fula. You know what they were telling them? We don't understand them.
Yeah.
And there's no security firm in Liberia that say Mandingo, Kra, Grebo, or Crew. No, it mix.
And you got a lot of money who has security firm there. We got a lot of them.
I was surprised when A.B. Kromah was saying something on screen.
Yeah, A.B. Kromah got a security firm.
Yeah, even they don't get security firm. Direct, they don't get security firm. They don't have operating security firm when you were working with Justice Ministry because they don't live in my house. You have security firm. I used to go to the office and Justice Ministry when you were working with Councilor Gu. That place used to pay my money here.
My money.
Mr. David.
Yeah.
In Liberia, the Fullers in Liberia, they are citizens. The tribe is a tribe regular.
So any citizen can just get the right to wear uniform and say security friend?
Wait now, let me say something. The first thing, the Fullers, they are Fullers in Liberia that are born in Liberia. They are citizens in Liberia. Is the Fuller tribe part of this? The tribes in Liberia? No.
No.
But okay, coming now. Is a tribe Fuller part of the tribes in Liberia? No. But the Fullers that are born in Liberia are citizens. That's the reason why some of them running to become representatives, to become senator, because they are citizens. Now, you're talking about if you're justice minister, you put in a jail. Thank God you're not justice minister. And I pray you will not be justice minister. Because everybody got the right to train. But before you put the thing into effect, you have to register them. But I can say that today, I start training my people. No law will ban me for doing that. But for that group to take effect, to start doing something, there where that your registration thing coming about. So thank God you're not justice minister, and I pray that you will not be justice minister.
Morris, if you said the group has been operating since when? Isn't that your argument flaw then? If you they've been operating for years now, so does that mean that they are illegally doing something because they said it's secure. They said working along with the national police. That's what they said first. They said the police knew about it, and then the justice minister knew about them. But those two groups deny it.
And Gregory Como was police director at that time. You were police director at that time. That grew up. They said the group were organized. But
let me finish again. I'll answer your question.
The government sort of charged them for invading taxes and revenue in Liberia. The time they've been operating from 2011, they're talking about to 2006, they will put all the taxes together and double it or triple it. They pay that money. That's the first thing the government should have done. Because they've been invading taxes and operating as a.
Well, I don't think the argument here is about taxes, though.
But they've been invading taxes.
If Mr. Davis, if this group is up for no bad thing, which we all pray for.
No, not yet for bad.
Nobody want anybody to feel like they are not welcome. But for people to not understand why people are nervous about this, and like you said, speaking Fula, and nobody understand in the sub-region, we know what's going on there with this ethnic group. We can see. I feel bad because it sounds like a profiler, right? I feel bad about that. But then again, I understand the fear, the public outrage and stuff like that. Because what? How long we been in civil war and we just starting to rebuild? So when people like our people always say, when snake bite you before you see lizard to say the word, you can be flying up the city, you won't even something. So there might not be any harm to it. But how do we know that? We don't know that, right? So because you just see them by so all right, they live your children, so there's no harm to it. No, the government have to pull a tag on it, put a surveillance on them, and they got people. I see some videos that somebody sending me that people are coming in now. People are even nervous that people are coming in and they're bringing a whole lot of strange faces in the country, and they never used to see that doing around Ramadan before. You know, the whole thing is just like here. They're saying now.
Some of them wear masks.
So that's it. That's the thing about it. And people making it want to make it seem like it's about a tribal thing. No, but who, like you said, in those regions, who are those people that are doing that? And the network in Africa, tribal sentiment, religious sentiment, networking. It happens. We don't want to have these conversations, but it happens. Right, so you cannot see something. All people see something like that, and then people say, "Oh, this is." So yeah, you can explain. Oh no, we understand the public outrage, but this is what this group is about. It's not about this. It's not about that. But people to be making, "Oh, we are citizens. We are citizens." Who telling you about your citizenship?
We can denounce our citizenship.
All right.
We're not denouncing anything, but we just don't want any trouble or like our brothers and sisters are facing in the region. That's all. Or something about. But go ahead, Morris.
Now you don't want to get Liberia before you say they want to denounce somebody's citizenship.
Look at doing America, yeah. They can look
where
and deny you.
The country for you before you say they want to denounce somebody's citizenship.
I'm a typical Liberian, born Liberian.
But the people that are born there to the
right again.
The same passport get the same passport the poor get.
It doesn't matter.
What matter now?
America, the same passport American get, but they can say, look at you and pull you back to green card and deport you.
America, yes, so when you born here, they can't deport you nowhere.
They can deport. And I'm talking about when you born here, I'm talking about.
But I was saying,
but guys, can we talk? Can we stick on the topic? Let what's his name? Go ahead.
Me calling what's the thing, but it's okay.
I said, what's his name?
Look. They say the full people are born like bro. The same right you get, the same full people get the same right. Whether you believe it, whether you like it, whether you agree, that one is your problem. The full people are born in that country, the same right you get, they get the same right.
They should, but do they have
Constitution?
Not like that, bro.
Some of the full.
I need to talk.
Hold on a second. Let me understand something. Morris.
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
I believe that they should, right?
Mm-hmm.
Anybody of non-Negro descent from in a region, according to the Constitution, I believe they should, as long as they were born on the soil. But is that what the Constitution says, though, or you have to be naturalized?
No, the Constitution says a Negro descent, descent can be not citizen like bro. Meaning, when you come from any part of the country, anywhere, so long you black,
I
you can
know what
become.
that means, but is that what that says? Or they say when you have parents who are non-citizen, when you are 18 years old, you have to declare yourself, you have to go and naturalize yourself. Or do you automatically become citizen? Because that's what I know.
All right, you finished?
I'm asking question.
Yeah, I'm answering you now, ma'am.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah. Our constitution says when you born by one foreign parent, meaning maybe your mom come from Guinea and your father are Liberian, you born by two foreign parents. When you reach 18 years, you can go and declare and choose one. You can either say a Liberian or you can either say a Guinean. But again, and people have argued that if you decide not to, if you decide not to, you stay Liberian because you decide not to. I'm coming now, right? But if your two parents, let's say two full American from, let's say your two full American from Guinea, they can't born two children, and your father fuller, I'm coming now, your father fuller, even though your father fuller, but your father born in Liberia, and your mother fuller, but that your mother fuller was born in Liberia, they born you automatically citizen. The father you are born in that country. The law only say when you born by one foreign parent or two foreign parents. But if you born by two Liberian, whether they Madingo, whether they Pele, whether they Fuller, so long they are Liberian, they born in that country and they born you citizen right away. You citizen, yeah, right away.
So one Bodike definition.
Wabonigi, Wabonigi father, Wabodiki father was not Liberian. Wabodiki father came from Nigeria. He naturalized in Liberia before they born Wabodiki. That's the case right there.
Are they citizen?
Who?
Well, one Bodiki was not automatic citizen. Why they stop him from confirmation? And he was born.
Okay, guys, we're not going to Wabodiki.
I just told you the father came from Nigeria. The father was not born in Liberia. You didn't hear what the thing I say? I said when you got one foreign.
You just said, Murray, you just said when your parents born you in Liberia, you in the natural that I say born you in Liberia, you are automatic citizen. The Constitution didn't say that. They say at the age of 18, you can declare whether to become your father native home citizen or to become citizen of Liberia.
And if you not declare, what happened?
You don't declare you're not citizen.
Who told you that?
I told myself.
No, what a minute, Mars. If that is the case, then what's the point of putting that clause that says you have to declare? If you don't declare, if you're automatic citizen because you were born there, then what's the point? What's the point of saying that you got to declare?
The law only say when you got one foreign parent. They not say when you got two Liberian, that whether the Guinean, whether the Fuller, whether the Pele, they come from somewhere. As long as one foreign parent, you got one foreign parent and you reach 18 years, you can go because now you man, you can go now and choose, say, you know what, I take my papa country or I take my mama country. But when those two parents, when those two parents are Liberian and they born you, why the Liberian you citizen?
Well, who arguing about that?
That David arguing. Okay, look. Okay, let's go back to the topic, right?
The Fuller people that they are not even citizens. They can't speak English. No Fuller they can speak.
That's questionable. If you were born in Liberia, you've been living in Liberia for a very long time. You should be Kolokwa should be your first language, right? I know a lot of Fuller people who comes here, who lives here. Like if they don't tell you their names, you would never know. They speak more Kolokwa than I would. Because they were born and raised in Liberia, they are Liberians, right? But if you see somebody and telling you say they're Fuller and they can't even speak English, unless they just came and they got naturalized, but I would not think that you are the Fuller that were born in Liberia.
No.
So I'm not, like I said, I believe in birthright, right? Citizenship. I don't care where you come from, as long as you're a Negro, because that's what the Constitution says, right? I don't think it should be necessary that you have to go to court to go declare I want to be something. You were born there. As long as you were born as Sword, I believe that you should be a Liberian citizen.
Let me just remember of something. They get some children there. They were trying to face a part of their Barry. They're trying to face a passport. You know what immigration asks in Liberia? They must go bring a past citizenship paper. You understand? Their mother is 100% Crew Loma, but they're asking them for their father citizenship paper.
Why would they do that?
Because
So
they want to know whether they are Liberians, whether the father is a Liberian. When
so
you bury those names, because majority of the people they just bear Barry. Majority of them from Guinea or from Niger, they just bear Barry. They're high looking.
Well, Mr. Derek, you can be Barry. Your father can be from Niger or from Mali, and you can be born right there. If you are born right there, why do you have to go bring your people to?
No, you got to prove father citizenship. You got to prove your father citizenship. That the law in Liberia, you got to prove your father citizenship.
Mr. David,
You got to prove your father citizenship.
Mr. David.
Yeah.
So because you get a bunch of unprofessional so because you get
they learn those stuff, they are professional. If they didn't learn it, they will not ask for it.
I mean, wait now. You part of the
or more than that.
You wait now. So because you get a bunch of unprofessional.
Oh, don't say that. I will not take that one from you.
Okay, let him talk. Let him finish.
But are you talking to?
Yeah, but you're talking to my people.
You know what? Yeah, Mr.
Let me talk, man. I know you are talking to. so because you get untrained immigration people that will ask you, they think for them to think citizenship is by name. Citizenship is about this, about that. So because you see people that are asking you, Camara, where your Camara for? I remember during election, quick something, man. I think that 2005 election, the boy want to go register Cathedral, the boy named Masakwe. So the boy say your Masakwe name, you know, Liberian, this and that. So the boy said, I will register. I'm not moving from the Masakwe. The boy said, I'm not moving from the land.
Isn't that Varney?
So that Varney, many people say that. So they brought the police. The police came, rude boy, begin a high begin. The police can say, well, you police me. Your boss man, one name your boss man. They tell Chris Masako or the police director. I think was funny.
That was a good one. That was a good one. Yeah. What is your boss man name?
He said, you police man. Where your boss man name? You go ask your boss man where you get Masako name for. So, but look, I mean, on a serious note, if you listen to what I said from the beginning, right? I said this group, they been existing. When Muslim clergy come in the country, they will come like a crowd control, Ramadan time. I said, but for it to be turned into effective security group with a name, fuller name, I said there is a problem. Maybe something new, and I have problem with that name, the usage of the name, and for them to just come to outrightly say the group now, the purpose of the formation of the group is to protect mosques and other areas. I don't agree to that.
Mm-hmm.
I don't agree to that.
That's like separating yourself from everybody else.
Exactly.
Your own security forces.
Yeah.
On the other side, as long as they're not Muslim, they're not Fuda.
Because
our own law, our own security. No, you cannot.
Because you see, security is very sensitive. There are a lot of other organizations. There are a lot of business group that are exclusively owned by tribe, by Fula people. Take for instance the Futa Corporation. Futa Corporation, I don't know if you know about that rice dealer something.
It's a business.
Yeah, Fula Corporation, Futa is exclusively owned by Fula people. Yeah. But that is a business.
That business. You can.
Yeah. So you see, so for these people, they come now into a group, trying to put themselves into a security group, a recognized security group with the name Fula name. Because unlike first, they don't even have to form a group. By the time they see Ramadan coming, they'll bother, will just come together. They'll be, when people pray in the night, they'll go stand there, be providing security. It used to happen. But now for you to be
community stuff.
Exactly.
Community something. It's okay.
Yeah. So easy. But on the part of the government, For you to just come out and say, "Oh, really? You disband the group and blah blah," that'd be impulsive. Yeah, because we're in the social media world. Tomorrow, something will happen. The whole social media will be flooded without one thing. The government will just wake up and decide and do so. And this is the same thing happening today in the country, right? Even when somebody going for confirmation, the whole group, the fan group will go start beating drum, start singing. So some of the confirmation at the end of the day, the people just pass it because of the outcry. When it gets somebody to court, you see the whole court will be flooded. At the end of the day, some of the decisions are based on the public outcry. As a government, you cannot do something. You can be impulsive. Do things. Yes, sometimes it's necessary to listen to the public, but not all the time. Your decisions should not be based on the public outcry all the time. That's my whole argument.
I think you are being unnecessarily or unfairly calling out the government. Because what the government was doing was meeting with these people. And what was being said out there was the security apparatus knows about this group. They work with the Liberian National Police and all of that. It took days before the Justice Minister even put out a statement. So the police. So I don't see any impulsive behavior there. These people are going around with this stuff, and it took this. And I think when the senator said that we're going to have to hear from the Justice Ministry, because they have to, every public, every private, listen now, every private something has to have a permit from the Justice Ministry. Do they have a permit? And they did not. So the Justice Minister make that clear. That is not an impulsive behavior. That was days before. They had something, and there was answers being there. People were calling on, and not even just people. Well, Senate or lawmakers were calling for answers. Okay, if a public fear and something out there, it's not impulsive. If a government comes up and try to slow down or calm the nerve of the public, that's not impulsive behavior. They never came out and said, "Oh, today is coming up." No, it was days before they came up with that to even say something like that. Okay, so if you were not permitted to have this group, and you say you were, I can see why they were saying that they needed to be dissolved. I can see that, and so for that to be impulsive, I don't see how that is fit that characteristic. But like I said, even the police or the government being nervous about a group like that, they have every right because of what we have going on in the sub-region.
Okay. We think going on
we don't y'all taking this a big joke because it has something to do with, and I know all of this sentiment, I know where it's coming from. Where you coming from? Go there. But if there was something else from another side, you would see it like that. But I can understand what the sentiment is coming from attached to this group. Please. Right? No one is saying that nobody can have a vigilante or a neighborhood watch. You can have a neighborhood watch that watch the must. You can have a neighborhood watch. Like we all know, Zogos are very annoying. They go ahead and do those things. When they catch you in the street, what do they do?
Emi, let me ask you, yeah?
You don't want to kill them?
Let me ask you, yeah?
For somebody that want to protect them, nothing is wrong with that. But seeing a group of one trap that had let me finish now.
But let me ask you. I can ask you. Wait, I just ask you. Just add it to you.
Okay, go ahead.
You gotta get used to it. That political discussion. Let me ask you. Say, yeah, add it there. Yeah.
Yeah, but
but
go ahead.
You militant. So that they can.
Militant. Go
ahead. Where we train you to be militant. So now we can call you to order and add it and just put everything together. When the Minister of State were putting the group of ex-rebel then together, general and called them porcupine, was it create any problem in the country?
Yes. Thank you. You brought that up. We have called porcupine unit.
You see, now you say thank you. Now you say thank you. So wait.
No, when you ask the question, that means something. When we had Kochi there and my girl and talking about Pongepa or Alligator or whatever, then you never heard something about it because they were doing bad stuff. Okay, that wasn't something that was bad. Now, what I'm saying is that I don't mind vigilante or community watch. Nothing wrong with that. It's just in a bad taste. If you flat out come out and just say Fuda did so and so, and you want to protest Muslims and Muslim, don't do that. You in a country that got Muslim and Christian, right? So what they kind of test you send it to me and other people is that shoot and kill something happened to a Christian or whatever, that group is not going to show up for them. You might send that something. Then another what about the Christian? They come and say, oh, they're doing it one year. Then they have their own group too, protecting against it. You know how silly our people can be, right? You know, some people they are uneducated. They'll do stupidness like that. Those are the kind of things we don't want in the country. But for people to come and make it all a citizenship, like I said, for that people that were born in Liberia, I believe they are citizens. Like, I don't care what anybody else thinks. I believe they are citizens because I believe in birthright citizenship. So for it to turn to a citizenship debate is what I was kind of confused about, because I can understand why the little nervousness people have it, and then people talking about how long Fuda people have been in Liberia. How many times you ever seen Liberian people talking about Fuda people that Fuda people they are terrorists, they are this, they are that? No, you have to understand what this is coming from. If you have a low group and say, "Oh, this is the community watch for the wasn't going to disturb the mosque and all of that," and something like that, granted, right? And then you have, like I said, they have a lot of Famokina has a security firm in the country doing well. Why Famokina name his friend Madingo or security something and so like this? He's a Liberian, and that's one person. If nobody knows that man, that one person that I know would never want a pin, anything bad to happen to Liberia. He loves that country. AB Krama has a security firm. Why can't he name it something else to say that Muslim protection something? I don't know if you're getting the point. It's just the name about maybe this group don't mean any harm at all. Maybe they don't because nobody knows that. But the output. For the name and the outtakes and the sole purpose of the group, it just gave a little bad taste. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, but I think you I'm not sure you're really getting my point too. I've said this time and again. I don't support the name, the nomenclature, the name of the group. I want. Secondly, I don't support for a group to come up to say they are there to protect mosques, to protect this. I said this over and over. I don't support that. But at the same token, what is the threat that the government have tell us that this is a threat? So because of that, we have disbanded this group, we have dislodged this group, or we have immediately, dissolved this group. What is the threat here? Is it because of the public outcry?
No,
they're not
legal.
Because there are some things. It's
because they're not legal. You ask question.
How is not legal? But
they're not legal. And according to you, they have been operating for years.
But the government did not say.
One reason why they do that.
The government did not say because they're not legal. The government did not say that.
Said they know nothing about the group. The group said they work with the national police. The group said the justice ministry know about it, and they don't know.
But if you don't know something about something, you know me illegal. You know me is illegal or illegal because you don't know something about it.
More respect me that they are the government. They're supposed to know everything. They give people the permit to have a security something like that. Then you name yourself or ethnic group security something. You sitting here telling us that just because you know about it. It's not an ordinary person speaking. It's a justice ministry. So why would you say something like that? That's why I say I can get your sentiment of the group here. I can get it. But let's be honest. If this was something else, you would not be sounding like this.
What is my sentiment?
That's not something. Wrong is wrong. It doesn't matter whether we share the same religion or same tribe with somebody. Let's be honest. And let's be honest about people having a nervous feelings about this group, and I already said it because of what's going on in the sub-region. Is it profiling? Absolutely, but it's understandable. It's understandable to have that feeling because nobody wants that. We know what we've been through in Liberia. We don't want that ever again. And we are this big, okay? We can't deal with no terrorists, something. Now, I'm not saying they are, but I see what the sentiment, what the feelings and the nervousness came from with the public. Because of all these things that happen in these regions, it is the Fuda people, unfortunately. There are some people among every group. You got bad people that make the other people look bad. Could they be the good ones? Maybe. Could they be working with these people? You never know too. So you have to know about it. You have to investigate it. You have to keep a tab on it. Here, what do they do here all the time? They put a watch on certain group, certain people, certain religion. They do that in the U.S. Why? Because they don't just go after them because of something, but for what people of that same caliber or share religion or share tribe are doing. There are a lot of Nigerian people here that go, they are on FBI watch because of what? A lot of Nigerian whatever. And when our Liberian people started doing the same thing, what happened? A lot of Liberian people started being on FBI watch. What would you say to that?
All right.
It's in every country.
The first thing is that
for people to not have any reason to be nervous when they see something like this, I don't buy it.
all right. The first thing, if you dictate any sentiment, that is false sentiment that you have detected.
Big time.
I come in now. If you dictate any sentiment from me, that is the false sentiment that you have detected. Okay. Because I have said here that I don't agree with the name. That's one. Secondly, I don't agree with the group of people putting themselves together, quote unquote, the protecting mosques or the protecting this. I don't agree with that. I've said it here from the onset. So if you dictate any sentiment, well, that's you, but it's a false sentiment that you have dictated. We started on the very show here, we condemn the Fula when the Fula woman waste the water, when the Fula people get on the street, we condemn them. I was strong, condemn it. I'm on the both sides. I'm on two sides. I'm saying that they are wrong, but at the same time too, the government is supposed to tell us that look, this group is this, change the name, we don't want this, we don't want that, don't come up with a name or this and that. But to just come up to say you dissolve because of this, I don't. The government were too impulsive, they were too hasty, based on the public outcry, the social media outcry, they were too impulsive. And we're living in how
many times did the government go on based on social media outcry?
And we're living in
things that the social media be carrying around. How many times did the government responded to that because of social media outcry?
All the confirmation that they can be doing under duress because the public outcry, because the people decided everything the government do.
Now you're just making
but you say that's not true. Yeah, you can say
you're just making accusation now.
You can say
you had no proof whatsoever that whatever confirmation, whatever thing they can be doing because of public outcry. Where do you a lot of people in the public be what? Downplaying the nominee or whatever and stuff like my business Fatima. When Fatima got something here, we didn't hear a lot of outbursts out there and something. Where did you see the government go and say, "Oh no, send the public something, let go and do this"?
I have proof.
Where is the proof?
Okay, great. I can tell you one instant. You know about the Angel Topa case? You know how that case went? The Angel Topa, the little guy that was strangulated, that died somewhere in the house by the senator. Senator Khan. You heard about that case?
No.
Okay. That case, the people went to the court. I think they slept. They spent the whole night, day, morning. They spent the whole time. At the end of the day, the judge was so afraid. The people threatened the judge and this and that. At the end of the day, the judge was so afraid. They run down the verdict that the mayor was guilty. They put her in the jail. Madam Topa and her husband. At the end of the day, they came back. The judge, I think the court said something like that. They came back. They were free. So I can give you another instant.
Yeah, please.
What?
I'm waiting.
Yeah. Wow, the code is not a cheering squad. The Senate ground is not a cheering squad. Where when people go for confirmation, you see people beating drum in the compound, dancing, this and that. All those things can be all the decisions can be influenced by those people. It's not supposed to happen. So that's my proof right there.
That's not a proof.
That's my proof.
Always very happy. It's like a tradition in our country.
No,
And
it
it's
does.
supposed to
It
happen.
already
No,
happen. Does
it's
not
not
make it
supposed
right.
to happen. But
Does
that's
not make
what
it
they do
right.
all the time. You cannot
That's
use
not.
that as a yardstick. No.
Why you would tell me what to use?
No, because you being a false.
Why you would tell me what to use?
It's because I can tell you that you're making a false statement.
But
Because
that you
it's not something to say, oh, it has never happened. I just few people it can be happening. No, that's what they always do. Now, is it a good thing? No. But you can say, oh, for a fact, I know that it does that, it does that. No, that's not true.
But how you tell me what to use?
They always do, always have done. Even when they come into work, they got cherry squad bringing them to work.
And the decision
What do you say about that?
their decision can be influenced by that.
When they come into work too, what kind of decision can be influenced by that?
The Senate confirmation can be influenced by them. The court. I remember one time.
That's your opinion. That doesn't make it facts.
I remember one time Francis Popo came out. He told the people that they court the courtyard are not cheering players and that, but at the end of the day, are for nothing. So the decisions can be influenced. You know the reason why the jury. You know the reason why the juries they can put them somewhere they tie them, they hide them, because their decision cannot be influenced by people interacting with people, all this and the thing. Why would the judge want to pass a decision? He said the whole court full of human beings, people threatening, people saying this. So those decisions can be influenced. The court judgment can be influenced. The Senate confirmation decision can be influenced by the people that are in the place, this and that. How you say that not proof? That proof right there.
You know, that's not a proof. That's your opinion.
Who say opinion can be proof?
That's what is the opinion being a factual statement?
Opinion can be
what
fact.
you think happening, it doesn't mean it's true. That's not true. That's what I just gave you an example, right? People are coming to work, they're singing behind the beating drum behind and bringing in. What can you say to that too? They sing more lawmakers and stuff like that. They're in there every time doing it. So what would you say to that too? That's not. Don't come and equip it to some public something and try to talk about a justice minister being impulsive or whatever. When they talk Jay, he responded to this, something he calling it impulsive behavior. That is not what they call impulsive behavior. That's not. It wasn't a sudden or something action or reaction that was something. No,
because
for people
because they don't threaten
to minimize this thing is because there's sentiment that they got connected to their group. If it's not tribal, it's religion. Plain blank. Period. That's what it is.
But
we do that a lot in Africa. So what's the point?
Yeah, but
somebody else, everybody else will understand the outrage because of what is going on in the region. But now everybody want to act like they don't because they got that low sentiment connected to it. I would be honest and say it.
But
that's what it is. You can deny it all you want. That's what it is.
Yeah, but Amy, sentiment is two-way though. So I could also say, are you speaking on this issue because of sentiment? Is that the public outcry is based on sentiment because of the group? I can also to make that argument.
I can also tell you, I can give you, and I'm giving you so many examples in the region. What is going on there? With
what is going on?
If you don't know, then don't ask me because I say more than 10,000 times. Everybody you are saying you know about what's going on there.
We're not making
to do with that. It should be discussed, and everybody have a legit reason.
We're not making flowers. I'm gonna ask you.
No, because you know what's going on. Then you want to sit there and say what's going on, and something that we've been talking about the whole show.
Yeah, come go see.
You don't know what's going on.
I gotta catch my fuel monitoring. The way someone ask you that one.
It's this, it's not this, it's something. And so when people want to turn it into a citizenship or issue, that's disgusting. Because I don't see where anybody was talking about citizenship or whatever. There's nothing. And if anybody was saying that because of foreigner and citizen, then shame on them. But I can understand why people were saying that. That's all I can say, and because of what we see going on in the region, if you want to say that and plan something to it because you feel you have something connected to it, that's your problem. But it does not make it doesn't make it something to say, oh yeah, it has some kind of reason to it. Now, should they just get up and just put a blanket or label on these people? I don't believe that. I think they should look into it and they should have some kind of wash on them. That's what I'm saying. They should look into it, anybody for that matter, and have a wash on them. For people to say, oh, Fulani people are peaceful, or when Fulani people did that, what Fulani people do that? Everybody always peaceful, right? When did like people always come out and say, it's like the Fulani people did it,
but all the things you say, you just make my point. That's my point right there. You just make my point.
What is your point?
That's my point right there.
What is your point?
That's my point right there. Keep your eyes on them. Keep eyes on it. Keep surveillance on the team.
Oh yeah,
that's just my argument right there. So why you get wasted all my time? You said I'm gonna ask you a question.
You said that the extermination was impulsive, which I don't know what they're impulsive. You haven't proven to me what was impulsive about that. What they said after how many days of say before they said it.
Amy. When you take hasty decision, that impulsiveness.
Yeah, hasty.
As a government,
but the decision wasn't hasty. It was days before. After so how was it hasty? They didn't just come out when a group study. They didn't just come out and make. This is the point I'm trying to make to you. They didn't just come out. If somebody come out to you, or somebody come out and did something, and they say, "Oh, Morris knows about it," that means Morris, and you don't know about it. And everybody asking you, well, Morris, do you know about this? They say you know about them.
Who you listen to? Who you listen to? That the justice minister listen to or that Spoon? You listen to Spoon.
What would you say if somebody say you know something about something you don't? What would you say about that?
No, I'll answer your question, but I said, who do you listen to?
I'm asking you first. What would you say to that?
If somebody say what?
That you know somebody did something, and then they tell you somebody else say, oh, Morris knows about it. I've been doing it, Morris and myself been doing it, Morris knows about it, and that's not true. What would you say? Would you sit there and when everybody asking you, Morris, is it true? Would you sit there and not make things clear? You would just sit there and somebody will keep trying to implicate you in something?
I'll ask you to tell. I'll ask you how I've been working with. Tell me, maybe I forgot how I've been working with you. That you explain to me, then I will tell you whether it is true or not.
You've been so dishonored right now. It's not even funny. So how a government who's always against somebody else from me, who's
I've been dishonest. I've been dishonest.
How am I been working with you? Tell me. So
I've been dishonest.
Yes, you are. That's what you're doing right now.
No problem.
So dishonest right now.
No problem. No problem.
You say here, right? While other people are talking about private keys, talking about the law. You say here have a difference on it, but when it come to the same law, and then you want to have a different spin on it because
you the one. God did not get me. You misunderstood me completely. I said this over and over and again. I said I do not support the group.
That's not what we're arguing about.
I said I do not.
Names, so you're not supporting names.
But,
no, that's not what we said.
but you did not even affirm that. Okay, yes, he said he do not support the group, the name. I said I do not support any group naming herself Fula Madingo Pele. I do not support that. I said it again. I do not support any group that coming out to say they will protect a religious side. I said it over and over. I said it.
But you said that the government was impulsive. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
I'm not. That's not what we're talking about.
I'm not even saying that. The government don't have the right to disband. The government don't have the right. The government can do anything that will make a government. My point here is that your decision should not be based on public outcry. Your decision should not be based on the social media noise. That's my whole argument. You make decision based on you see it right, feel it right, you do it. That's what make you government. Forget about how somebody see, how somebody not see it.
This is where my problem coming from. How do you know that if people told you that they were making decision because of public outcry? Who told you that? Where in their writing they told you said because the public were crying, so we come out to say this. Because the public said this, so we come out to say that. Where did it say that in our writing? That you're making this blend a fact, something saying that there was something factual or something that you read or something that you said. This is your opinion. That's what I said. You said it's not our opinion, and this is what you and myself were going back and forth with, right? You and I agree with the whole, name and how they should be something, and they shouldn't be treated in a way that they have already committed a crime. But there's a reason for surveilling or whatever. We agree on that, right? But for people to be already indicting them that they are part of this something, no, nobody should be doing that.
So Amy, so you really asked me that. So you really asked me that question. I think at the end of the show now, I can't go. Let me go sleep.
What question?
You just asked me that question because the Justice Ministry did not pull it in their statement that we're taking the decision because of the public outcry. So that means it's not. So you just asked me that. You really asked me
your opinion. Yes.
No, you said because the Justice Ministry did not include that in their statement to say we're taking a decision because of the public outcry. So you expect the Justice Minister to include that? Really?
So where do you come up with your conclusion to say this is what I conclude, this is what happened? That's your
because
opinion.
it knows too much. Because it knows too much.
Oh, now you see? Because it knows
too much. It's based on
that's an assumption. That's your assumption. That is not factual. That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Amy.
They didn't put it anywhere that to say, because of the noise. You are assuming, you and everybody else who think that way is assumption. You are assuming that that's what happened. It doesn't mean that's what happened. There are a lot of outcry that we hear out there every day, even on this so-called social media, big platform there. When have you seen the government acting on any of those? You applaud them because you agree with that, but the ones you don't agree with, you make an assumption and you want it to be a factual statement. How would you be honest?
It's not even the first time for government to take. I will give you another instance. During the times of government, every government do that. During the time of Madam Salif, I remember the EPS, I think the EPS guy, one of the EPS guy to Madam Salif. This guy, I think he went to the club, he beat his girlfriend or something like that. The blood all on the lady. The whole social media, everything, the whole thing before in the morning. The Madam Salif took decision. So one can only say that those decisions are based on. It's nothing wrong. No, it's nothing wrong. It happened everywhere, even in the Western world. Even in the Western world, whether you agree or not, even in the Western world, decisions are made sometimes based on the public outcry, based on the social media. It happened everywhere in the world. So you can say, "Oh, we can laugh at it. Oh, that's not true." Everywhere in the world, it happened. That's how powerful the social media is. That's how powerful the news media outlet is. Yeah. So for you to outright say, "Oh no," no. Sometimes even on certain issues, the government can be so slow. By the time the media take it, they run with it. The government can. It happens everywhere. The government can to do something about it. This thing happen everywhere. But anyway, I gotta catch my soon money train.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So. Yeah, do your closing, but
no sentiment. Whether sentiment, in fact, it's not. Look, you see, a lot of people know this, or a lot of people don't even know this. Most of our decisions, sometimes we accuse somebody of being sentimental or certain issues, or be emotional or certain issues. Even look, we're all emotional people.
Yeah.
As human beings, we're all emotional.
We all have a little bias side. Yeah.
That's nature. We have that natural tendency of being biased. There are
so
different.
That's where I'm coming from.
But there are different type of biases. We are all biased. We are all biased. Amy, right now they play you air. If they put two things in front of you, you take one. You can't take all two. They say take one, you take one. Even if they decide to take two, that two you're taking, you got to let one more than the other one. There's biasness. There's positive biasness. There's confirmation biasness. There's negative bias. There are different type of biasness. So we're all emotional people. I don't like this because this thing is bad. That's sentimental. You are being sentimental towards that. So when you accuse me of being sentimental, fine. I know I'm sentimental, and you are also sentimental. Maybe you probably not seen it that we're all sentimental. I'm sentimental towards the government decision, and you are sentimental towards the government decision. You agree with the government? I don't agree with the government to some extent. And I will say this again: the government is being impulsive. Don't take decision on social media. The social media is growing, it's expanding. If you just wake up one morning, you see the whole Facebook do one thing, that you go press conference, you take decision. Then you're not a government. You drown. You will drown in your own sweat. That's my whole argument. Call this thing, call the group, tell the people that you want to know their manifesto, their plan, and stuff like that. Ask them to change. If there's a need for them to change the name, they change the name. But to just outright say you're dissolved and this and that because you're carrying fuller name, I don't know. That's not how government react. But anyway, I mean, I hope to join you tomorrow.
So let me do my go see you got away. So first of
No,
all,
I'm not waiting you. I go.
yeah, you got away. You not go talk about that every little.
Oh, I thought about that. You know what?
So first of all,
I put in my video off.
Morris, keep that video back on. So first of all, Morris want to tell us that government, he want to convince you that government reacted to you on a social media outburst. He cannot prove it. That's what he believes. That's his opinion, right? He want to put that in a box and make it factual. Him and whoever who believed that. The government came out how many days after that thing happened before people were even saying something about it? Days before they even said something. Before the police and the justice ministry. I do not call that. That's not a definition of impulsive behavior. Okay? Days. And why people talking about peaceful and this and that? Nobody's saying that because nobody saw anybody saying who knows what those people were saying. Nobody can interpret it. So people saying, like I said, things are going on in the region. You can be biased about it because you got some kind of connection to it. That's your problem. But people have the right to be concerned. Now, should you being concerned be? I mean, your concern be something that you go and start labeling people and start being evil to them and calling them names and going, no. But that concern should also make the government themselves should be concerned. Because why? God forbid, we're not praying for that, but should in case anybody or something is right, they would be dealing with that mess, right? So they should be concerned as well. So what? Investigate this group because they claim that they don't know them, even though the group said they know them. They should investigate and they should put a surveillance on them, right? Everybody have the right to have a community group. You have private security firms in the country. If you feel like you want to take it up a notch, hire security people. When you have it or something, you see that how to call it. They got them in the country. Hire them. But for somebody to say that people who are calling themselves ethnic group and a religious group protector they are not biased and they are not bigots, but people who are concerned because of things that are going on in a region, rightfully concerned, are the biggest, are the one who have the problem, then that's where I know there's a sentiment going on somewhere and people are not being honest with themselves. Okay? You cannot be living in a country and say you're a part of the people and you say you're a citizen and then you want to you doing a thing saying that you have your own security protection. You should have your own protection group as a religion, as a tribe, and then the other people with tribe and religion they own their own, and that's not biggest. That's not what should I call? What is the word I'm looking for? That is not a tribalistic and something behavior. That's why I know people are not being honest with themselves. This is why I'm saying that people are being a sentiment because of religious sentiments and sometimes tribal sentiment. Because all of the people who are coming, that's what it is. We need to have this conversation. You want to hear it or not? That's what it is. Okay, people are concerned because it is right. The only thing that I'm gonna have a problem with, if you say, because I will be honest with you, we have a lot of people in the country of work for a very long time. None of them have created any, they're doing their businesses, they are peaceful, they are doing nothing wrong. That is absolutely the truth. But around us today, what we're seeing are the same African Fuda people. Now, does it sound profiling? Yes, it does. But is it also legit to have that concern? Absolutely. There's nothing wrong with that. So whoever want to sit there and pretend that they don't understand that, then they're not being honest with themselves. That's all I can say to that. They can have a vigilante, like Morris said, the name is concerning, it doesn't say right, and the sole purpose of that group, right? Oh, well, they're protecting Muslim and Muslim. Okay, there's nothing wrong with that, but damn, should you be blunt with that? Like, with everybody faces like that? Come on now. Morris, if a group come out and start doing something foolish like that and say, oh, we are only here protecting Christian and churches, will you feel good about that as a Liberian? Will you feel good about that, Morris? Be honest with yourself. You would not. So for you to not understand that people Irish or whatever,
when you ask me a question, don't say I should be honest. I'm a honest man. Okay. So don't say be honest.
No, tell me, would you feel bad or would you not feel bad? I mean, not be concerned, or would you feel funny about that? Wouldn't you? Wouldn't you feel left out and say, well, how come? Well, we're not part of this country too, or we're not part of, we're not human beings too, and whatever. You won't have something like that playing out in your head or something like that when we're talking about trouble in the region.
For me, I'm not a deep thinker. I don't think deep in everything. Yeah. So if a group come up to say,
I swear to God.
No,
I remember that. I'm putting that in my archive. You're not a deep thinker. I am writing that down right now.
No, I'm not. Not in everything you have to think deep. Like, for instance, if a group coming up to say, the Crusader for Peace, they are there to protect, and outrightly I say, oh, this group there to marginalize other group of people, this and that. No, I don't. Like, for instance, right, when the people are running with the whole Christianization, they want to Christianize the country. The only problem is how the reason they were giving.
They want to what?
When they were running with this whole Christianization, they want to Christianize the country. They want to Christianize Liberia, to make Liberia a Christian country. The problem I have,
what was that?
When Joel Howard was running with the campaign that they want to Christianize the whole country, that thing was strong. The only problem I have with them was the reason they were giving why they want the country to be a Christian country. And some of the reasons.
Well, that's not new. So everybody who lives in the country has to be Christian?
No, not everybody have to live. No. Liberia is actually a secular state, right? Where you have to practice all religion, this and that. Even though that is not the case.
But in that case, you want to practice any religion you want to practice.
Right. In that case, when the country become a Christian country, that means the country has to, even the constitution has to be aligned with the Christian principles and everything and stuff like that. But one of the reasons I have problem with is because there are more Christians in the country. I mean, if you change a country, if you take a decision based on because there are more Christians in the country, who knows? Maybe after 50 years, if the population change, they become more Muslims or become more pagan or become more. Somebody will say, "Oh, but yesterday you were in normal. Today we are in normal." So you understand what I mean, right? Mm-hmm. So yeah, the reason I have now my major problem I have with that reason. Things can change. Sierra Leone, way back like 50, 60 years ago, I think there were more Christians. Today, there are more Muslims. So imagine if those days, the Christians are going to say we'll change the country because we are more. And today, they're going to flip. So, so if a group come out to say they are crusader for peace, they want to protect church in terms of crusade, I will not just come in my mind, oh yeah, they want to do bad, they want to imagine. No. So I'm not a deep thinker. Even if I'm a deep thinker, I don't just think deep into everything.
So why did you think deeper when they said they wanted to, according to you, Christian now, like it's not a Christian country already, but like according to you. So why did you think deep into that, saying that? So what if tomorrow and so like that? And so that was deep thinking. You say
because the reason, because
when it suits you, then you deep think. When it doesn't, then you don't deep think. I mean, what's going on here?
You speaking for me?
I'm asking you.
Okay, thank God you're asking me. You're not speaking for me. You give me a reason that you are advocating for the Christianization of the country on ground that there are more Christians in the country than any other religious group. I say, okay, if that is a reason, what if after 20 years, 50 years, 100 years, or 1,000 years,
that's deep thinking.
The coin flip.
That's deep thinking. That's what I'm saying. You just announced to us say you are not a deep thinker because you didn't want to agree to something else because it doesn't fit you. Now you see where I come from. Let's get something so you can look at your tree in the morning.
so that you determine what is my deep thinking.
Oh no, I know what a deep thinking is. I don't have
I
to
say that.
determine what is your deep thinking. Deep thinking is what you are doing. That's the definition. It doesn't have a, when it comes to moral, then it's a different definition. No.
I say you determine what is my deep thinking.
That's what I just said. When it comes to you, it doesn't have a definition different when it comes to an individual. You were thinking in the future. That's deep thinking you're doing. and the definition does not change because it's you. I don't know if you understand that.
No, I don't understand it.
Okay, no. So that's what it is. But anyways,
what David can just left the Jack chocolate just left the. Well, anyway, I see you.
The Mr. David has a call when he give me, Mr. David, he ain't come to press chocolate angle. But anyways, yeah, thank you guys for watching. Thank you for coming and being here and share this show. Yeah. I think that we all should.
I got 2 hours to sleep.
It's everybody's business to have to be concerned about what happened to Liberia now and tomorrow. From where we comes from, it is something, and for people to be thinking that there's something wrong with it because they're connected to certain things, or a Christian or some different tribe doing something, and you don't think when majority think something wrong with it, then because you or that tribe or that or religion to think that nothing wrong with it, you connected to it, we need to stop.
Well, I thought the show finished, man.
Yeah, I'm posting the show. So that's we should all be considerate of each other, and from our past history and from what we see going on, history alone and what you see, other things that you see going on, determine your decision making to be what, proactive or what. And I think being proactive is way something that sitting there and letting it to happen before you want to come and be whatever. Now, sometimes it could be false alarm. Absolutely. You don't always get it right. But sometimes you could be right. You don't know when. So you got to act in every situation. That's what I'm saying. I think that's what everybody else is saying when it's, well, I'm not going to speak for everybody because some people have been a fool, calling people not citizens and stuff like that. I don't subscribe to stuff like that. I believe when you're born in a country, you grew up there, you something that automatically you're a citizen. I don't care, especially if you're a Negro. Negro is that, according to our Constitution, you're a citizen of Liberia. I don't subscribe to that, calling people non-citizen or whatever. But in the same talking, when we went through our troubled days, it was not foreigners that came in did it. It was the same Liberians. And around the region, they are not foreigners. It's the same people for no land, they're not doing it. So there shouldn't be anything like somebody foreigner or somebody biggest or somebody this. That's not a whole conversation that they're not jumping off of the train of the issues. We're talking about safety and we're talking about security. That's what it should stop to, in my opinion. Thank you guys for coming, and thank you so much for being here. Continue to share the show. Oh, to rate in the comment section. To rate in the comment section. Of course, Ture. I know where you stand on this one, yeah, also. But anyways, I just read his comment. But anyway, thank you guys. We'll
What
talk
to
to
re-
you tomorrow.
what to
And
re- say?
good night, Edwin. Thank you for coming. Good night.
What to re- say?
Ture saying it. The same thing you saying.
What same thing I saying to Lucy?
Maybe you being a little how they call it, but Ture said the government will not put surveillance on the people. Selective outreach. I don't understand it. What he mean by selective outreach when other people did it and nobody said anything, but for that people doing it and people said anything because that's what I call selective. But we'll leave that one to Ture. If you wanted to explain it, he will come on the show and make it clear to us. But since they were not gonna interpret, but yes. Good night, guys. Have a great night. And Marius, where you going tomorrow?
I'm catching the Sumone train tomorrow. I'm going somewhere soon.
Yeah, you just catching the you just keep on like bro. You keep walking ball. Where you going?
Like, well,